Last week, a mother came to see me, and her eyes were a fountain of tears. She took some time to calm down, and I asked her what had happened. "My son has quit college," she said. "He just lies around, sleeps, watches television." I asked him what happened. "Did something happen in college?" He gave me an abrupt no. I asked him if he would like me to get him into another college. But again, he would not agree. I do not know what to do. Christian parents today are facing a tremendously difficult task in the raising of their children. In the past, parental authority was absolute. Children obeyed their parents. Today, they rebel. They question. They do not want to toe the line. While in the past, parental authority was regarded as the in thing, today children are influenced a lot by what they see in movies, what they see on the TV, and what they see their peers doing. A lot of parents today are not in the home. Both are working. As a consequence, children are picking up values not from their homes, not from their parents, but from the world around them. A world that can be destructive to genuine human and Christian values. Our Christian belief tells us that parents are primarily responsible for the upbringing and instruction of their children. Unfortunately, they face stiff competition from the world around, from the internet, from TV, and they often do not know how to handle these difficulties, these problems. Rebellion and independence have become more prevalent today as parental authority disintegrates. Parents need to know who and what shapes their children's lives today. They need to be able to have a peek into their children's lives. They need to win their confidence so that their children will share what is going on in them with their parents. And this peek into their children's lives will help them to understand them better. How do you understand your child? Understand what is going on in your child. Changes first begin to take place in your child when they become adolescents. Their body is changing. They're shaping out more as men or women. Very often they do not understand what is going on in them. They feel lost. And because they feel lost, they behave in ways that parents cannot understand and maybe not even accept. As puberty begins to set in and the body begins to change, the children begin to feel that they need to see how they look. They want acceptance from people because puberty, adolescence is bringing in a lot of insecurity and a lot of frustrations as they deal not only with others but also with the changes within themselves. This is also a time when children begin to assert their independence. They want to make their own decisions. They don't want others to tell them what to do. They feel they're old enough and mature enough to know what they need to do and to make their own decisions. They resent being mollycoddled or being told that they are not mature enough. They now want to try out new ideas, new trends. And the sad part is that the family no longer is an influence on them, but rather their friends are a greater influence on them at this time of their lives. Also, something else is coming in at this time. They begin to experience sexual attractions. This is true both of boys and of girls. But boys are more distracted with the sexual attractions than girls are. They find they cannot concentrate on their studies, while girls can still concentrate on their studies and what they are doing. How do you communicate with your child and deal with conflict? The first thing you need to do is to be able to listen to your child. Communication is important. When something happens, sit down. Discuss it with your child. Learn to listen without being judgmental. Learn to listen without contradicting or interrupting. Let them speak, and you try to understand. Let the little things go. Try not to make mountains out of molehills. But when it comes to values, learn to put your foot down. Don't nag. Let your children know that when you say no, you mean it. Be consistent in your discipline. Set boundaries for your adolescents as they need guidance. They need to know the parameters that will judge their lives, that will guide their lives. They need guidance, even though at times they may pretend that they don't. But when guidance is given to them in a loving, understanding way, they do accept it. Mary and Joseph also had a problem in understanding Jesus and his call. When he stayed back in the temple and they questioned him, he gave them an abrupt reply. Mary did not understand, but she pondered it in her heart. There will be many a time when you will also not understand what your child is saying. Instead of reacting, ponder, reflect, try to get into the shoes of your child, empathize with the child, and that will lead to greater understanding. May the Holy Family be a model for you, and may the Holy Family help you to make your families holy and responsible. Amen.